Alright guys, so as you may know, my large polar parrot passed away about a month ago. And with this fish passing away, I have quite a bit of open water. And I figured it would be nice to have another sort of cichlid to go along with Chompers Jr. here, the little polar parrot cichlid, who's not even that little anymore. Alright, this is a platinum parrot. Quite a nice looking fish, and quite a fun story behind how I got him. So I actually bought this fish at Petco, which these types of fish are pretty rare at Petco. Usually you'd have to go to a more specialized fish store to find platinum parrots. But my local Petco had 3 of them. One of them had a birth defect, the other one had a split fin, and the other one was this one. Didn't really seem to have too many issues, except for high stress and being very finicky and jumpy. So I decided to pick up the finicky and jumpy one here, and this is him. Alright, here's the setup I got going on right now. I have my 20-gallon tank, which hardly has any fish in it. We got 2 rasboras down there, and a little endler up there. So I was actually going to the stores looking for rasboras to hopefully get a school of 5 or 6 going instead of 2, which isn't recommended. And I checked a few places. Unfortunately, no one really had rasboras. The Petco did have a few, but they were looking like they probably wouldn't survive to, make it back to my house. So I decided not to get them. And instead I picked up this guy. Now, I've only had him for less than 24 hours, and he's already had an amazing transformation. I mean, in the store, this guy wasn't really moving too much. He wasn't, like, sickly, but he definitely wasn't as good as he is right now. Haven't really fed him much yet. Haven't fed him anything yet, actually, because he is a new fish. And when I put him in the tank, I didn't film it because, I don't know, I felt like it wouldn't be a good thing to film. But he was going a little bit crazy. His gills were moving very, very fast. You could definitely see he was in some heavy stress, despite about the hour-long acclimation. The slower you go at acclimation, the less of a chance of pH shock and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure what was going on there, but he seemed to settle down and seems to be doing really well. So hopefully this fish survives for a long time, and yeah, I can turn him into one of my own. Yeah, this guy is already doing 10 times better than when I bought him. He's looking around the tank, swimming freely. He's not jumping whenever I walk up to the tank. Maybe he'll even follow my fingers. Let's see. Not quite yet. That's like my ultimate test to see if a parrot cichlid is in great shape. When they follow your fingers, you know they're in great shape. I mean, this guy is still definitely in some stress, but he's not sitting on the bottom, hardly moving like when I put him in. So that's a sign of improvement. Basically all day he's been looking at this tank divider, trying to look for a way out. But with these metal clips I got here, that's not going to be happening. I got this so tight you couldn't fit a credit card between the divider and the glass. Now, I know it's kind of strange to be acclimating a fish like this, or really quarantining a fish like this, and I agree. We do have some pre-existing fish in the tank I'm quarantining him in, which isn't really ideal, but after closely examining his body and his fins, he doesn't show any signs of common diseases like Ichor epistylis. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a disease, that just means it wasn't apparent. And I really don't have too many fish in here, so I felt comfortable quarantining him in here. I think it would be better than the alternative, which is setting up a dark 10-gallon tank with a sponge filter and a heater and no gravel. I feel like this tank has some really established clean water, so I felt safer dropping him in here. But I didn't feel quite safe enough to put him in my 37-gallon tank with lots of fish. I'll probably add him into the big tank here in a few weeks, about 29, 21 days, somewhere around there. When I notice that he is physically okay, hopefully, I will add him in here. I'm very interested to see how him and Chompers Jr. interact because Junior is a little bit feisty. I mean, she chases around the loaches a little bit, she chases around the Danios a little bit. So we'll have to see how that works out. Worst case scenario, I could always surrender to fish, but I don't want to have to do that. But, you know, if I have to, I will. Alright guys, I enjoyed showing you my new Platinum Parrot, and thank you for watching. I'll let you guys know how he or she does, and I'll keep you updated.